This is Dover. It is one of the southernmost cities in the UK, and since it is the closest to France, this is the main place through which people and goods travel to and fro France. And ever since Brexit happened, it has become also an EU border. Januaries in the UK meant that you should be grateful to see any sun at all, aka this. It was overall a rather gloomy day, and as far as I remember, this isn't really showing up in the video, but it was rather foggy as well, and I think that made it even more of a challenge to expose properly. Again, this isn't quite showing up in the video, but while I was there, it was gusty as hell. These poor plants should tell you how strong the wind is chronically throughout the year. They have quite literally grown into this slanted position permanently. That was where I left the camera when I last used it. Oh no, these are way off. Okay, let's put the aperture back to 16. That'll do. And given today's weather conditions, I think I have every single reason to drop the shutter speed to 300. So to compensate for that, we'll have to raise the aperture to f11 and actually a bit more, because I am in the habit of overexposing my shots by 1 to 2 stops. Yeah, I'd probably just leave it there. Okay, so I've just done the roll. The 9th frame was the photo of the tree stump. The 10th being, well actually the 10th to the 12th being a photo of some kids, though I don't have footage for that, so I'm not going to include it. For frames 10 and 11, I lowered the aperture to f8 because they were moving on some swings, so it wouldn't really make sense to do it on f5.6. But for the last shot, I realized that they were actually wearing really dark clothes, so I worried that the clothes might not be properly exposed, and so for the last shot, I opened up the aperture to f5.6. I have an impression that the lens on this camera tends to perform the best at f5.6. Okay, so that's done, and I'm not going to put any more neo film into this camera. Rather, I'll continue shooting on this camera for the day. I think I'm starting to see some mold on the camera lens. It probably has been there, I don't know, since forever, but perhaps because I haven't really been shooting much on it over the winter, I think the mold issue is getting a bit worse, and so I absolutely have to get it fixed. It's really hard to resist putting a new roll of film into the camera once you finish the old, even though you kind of know that you wouldn't be able to finish the roll of film on that same day, which was exactly what I did at Dover. It's been a month or so since I shot at Dover, and the film was still sitting in the camera until today. So I'm not going to put any new rolls in it, and instead I will continue shooting on the Canon EOS A2 because this good weather shall not go to waste. It's definitely not something you get every day here in London, and so make the most out of it.